And I really wish that we could afford to maintain it. But when we look at the numbers and look at our financial projections over the last 4 years, for the next 4 years, we know that we can't sustain that. To sustain an 11-step salary schedule, you would need a strong tax base, as well as a strong state funding formula. Well, the state funding formula is very uncertain. We don't know from 1 year to the next what it's going to be. And we know for certain that our tax base is not substantial enough to maintain an 11-step scale. So we have to continue to recommend to our Board of Trustees and our Financial Oversight Panel what we know we can sustain long term. The board and the FOP, they're solidly behind us. They know where we are, and they understand that this is a tough battle. They don't like it, we don't like it, but we must, again, think about the future of our kids.
Well, how do you get them involved? How many meetings is this?
Oh, we've had quite a few. Honestly, it may take time. Sometimes there's things that talking and meetings can never accomplish, but time can. So I want this strike to end, but if it means that we have to go into weeks or even months to do the right thing for our taxpayers, we'll do that. Because if we agree to what they want us to agree to, we would have to raise our tax base significantly, our taxes. And our taxes are already one of the highest in the state at 1086. So we know our taxpayers can't afford more. It would only drive more people out of East St. Louis. It would burden the taxpayers with a tax bill they can't afford. And that's not right for our taxpayers, it's not right for our students, and it's certainly not right for our school district.
Oh, 8-hour meeting netted nothing.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. The union side tried to make a number of ideas, finally ended up making a formal proposal this evening after lots of attempts to try and get things going. The district side still refused to make a new offer, a new proposal. They're standing firm on the proposal they had before the strike started, so no new movement from them to try and settle this. We tried to address some of their concerns tonight with our proposal. The new proposal we offered drops $4 million off the total cost. It takes an additional year off of the proposal, so there makes it even shorter term, so there's really less long-term concerns. We also agreed to form a committee to study the salary schedule so that both sides could sit down and truly take a close look, not in a situation where there's a strike going on, so we could take a calmer look at, you know, are there concerns, what are those concerns, and what can we do to help address it? So we wanted, you know, to say that we're not dismissing your concern at all. In fact, we want to work on it. But the reality is, in this tense of a situation, it's nearly impossible to come to an agreement, we think. And we think that would be, and again, just a short-term contract that would only go this year and next year. And that we could take a look at that, and then when we sit back down to bargain, we'd have a good idea of what the two sides could agree to. So we thought that made sense. Again, we've tried to address their concerns, to meet them, make a fair compromise. No movement, no counter proposal, no new ideas. They apparently just want to let this strike continue. And that's very frustrating for this team. We did spend a lot of time also tonight talking about the financials. You know, we've talked about how we've had concerns. So we went over with them tonight with their numbers that they've filed with the state of Illinois, and numbers they've used in budgets that show that at one point when they tried to make a long-term projection, they were off by almost $50 million. And then we looked at with them at their last 4 years of school budgets and showed how what they predict they're going to spend and what they predict the revenues are going to be are vastly off. It's almost $40 million over the last 3 school years.
4 years of school budget.